My name is Celeste Street, and this is my video summary for Gathering Storm. One of the main topics in the video talks about Miami and how the risk for sea level rising is very important because it's something that's happening, and Miami is strongly impacted and will be affected by this. So with the more time that goes on, the more years that go on, the more energy we consume, and the more carbon and things that we let off into the environment, the more the sea level will rise. And the more sea level rises, the more the land will stay under. The land will become underwater. With this, so it won't just affect Miami, but it'll affect other areas close to water. So this could ultimately result in human migration, where people will travel to places that might not be affected by the water, so the areas that aren't close to water, so they could try to migrate to other areas. The whole reason for this is because, again, carbon heating the earth, which leads to the ice caps melting, which leads to a surplus of water, which the water rises, things like that. It also causes storms such as hurricanes, because hurricanes are triggered and they're very sensitive to sea surface levels, and how the greenhouse gases and things heats that up. So with the warmer the planet gets, the more intense the hurricanes and the storms become, which leads to superstorms. The Miami mayor, he's aware of these storms and aware of climate change, but doesn't think that it will ultimately lead to Miami being underwater in years down the road. He's kind of in denial. So he says he has temporary things that can help fix, like drains to help drain the water out, and like creating roads that are higher up so they won't flood. But those are temporary answers to long-term effects. But with this, you'd also have to, build houses and schools and hospitals and other buildings that could withstand floods and withstand storms, and with that is a lot of money. So that's another issue. Another thing is that it was said that prehistoric shrimp drilled holes in the limestone, so now that's why the water travels through so much and rises so much, is because of the holes and the pathways in the limestone that the water can travel through. With the flooding and things, there's water near homes in the streets, and children want to play in the water, but the water is filled with bacteria from septic tanks and groundwater and things like that, so it's unsanitary and unsafe. Families from lower income might not have the money to be able to move, so families are at risk of losing their homes, their jobs, and things because of floods. Even though the Miami mayor has become aware of this issue, Miami still continues to build more buildings that cost billions of dollars to make. So instead of spending money to help save these families and help stop this global issue, they continue to build buildings that cost billions of dollars, because the realtors and the architects and things like that, because they don't care about what happens in the future, they only care about getting their money that day. Another topic is the sediment, like the dirt and the things like that on the ground, and how a scientist can research the different layers of sediment and be able to tell what kind of hurricanes or what caused the hurricanes, or just different things like that. So they use that to help research. Well, with this, they found that the more warmer the planet gets, the more storms, the more intense they will become. And the big issue was the lack of political will in America, and that people try to kind of downplay this issue, even though it's very important. And the Miami governor, he believes that climate change is something that doesn't have anything to do with people, that people didn't cause, and he would rather put his money elsewhere. The mayor believes that Miami won't be underwater in years to come, so it's just the downplay of political figures on this matter that is really the negative thing that happens in this video.